Beat them.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys leader at quarterback. He's going to have the air to play this week. It's the Cowboys and the Seahawks, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25. Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, and Greg say Dean Olsen, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got two of the best at the skill position in the current game.
Came into the league like almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. Doesn't it just seem, especially with these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're going to convince me otherwise.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode back to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. If he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up now for second down and 4. To maneuver at the 45. He will score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his third touchdown of the year. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Here's McLaughlin out the score. He'll kick this one away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. They'll be sitting up as he is at the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, like when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
So you come down here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Vampire.
Once again, it's Spears. Much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Bill with the throw. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll drop the throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's taken in. He will have first down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on fourth down. On the handoff, this is Spears. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. In the middle of the field, it's taken by Sidney Lamb. And this drive will continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal. Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he'll kick it off.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Look, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got with me. It's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team wants possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone. They'll take over at the 30-yard line. We'll see on offense. Ready for their second drive. We'll try to break Allen's deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. First and 10.
So let me know.
And a good run there. Going to get them 5 yards.
Yeah.
RPO, quick throw, grab by Wilson. And a good job rounding to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Watson. He's looking for room in the blitz, but could not find anything. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
You know, they gave up that last completion. Like, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
There's CD Lamb head back out there. The rest of his Cowboys team. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. This is going to be Steelers' first down. He gets this up to the 40-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That'll be heading away. Incomplete. Hubbard very strong defensively. It's second down. Straight ahead. It's Spears. Inside the 25. Bryant can get to it, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
So the big play gets him down close, and now it's first and goal. Here's Spears. He just He's pinned. I.J. Spears. Touchdown Cowboys. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score and break the big guys up front. They deserve some praise on that.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is in the end zone, but we're not bringing it. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense, and they get ready for their next possession. They took their touchdown as the drive will start with the first down. He finds Wilson coming across the field. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now off the play, he'll look to throw here. Little short pass here. By his tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, executing this slow defense, and they got to be able to earn read. They're just going to drop back to a spot, just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
First and 10. They'll look to throw again. Roman Wilson. Touchdown Seahawks. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. He'll grab it at the 12. And he'll work this one towards the 25, to right away the 28-yard line. In motion, Lamb. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and takes pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards and do it through the catch.
A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-heavy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. In motion, Lamb. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Brought in right side by Pickens.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
It's Pickens. And he's going to avoid first down. They go for about 4th inches, and it's a gain of 5. A run up the middle, Spears. He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. We are through 1. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard.
Spaghetti.
To Arlington. In a moment. Look him up on a second down and 8. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a touch. It's third down and a few inches. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try and run with speed. And they pick the 19-yard line into the red zone and still on the mark. First down picked up. And it's fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last one's going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Toss into the hands of Lamb. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Ready.
Here's a handoff. Spears. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the game, but it will bring up third down. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Cowboys have a first and goal forthcoming. Takes this down to the 5-yard mark.
Magnates.
In motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Creates some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. He'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's second and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep them in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
With the extra point. And the Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone. No move to bring it out. It's tipped back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off play. You set up the throw. Oh, no. They get rid of it. Nick Bosa, a former pro, in there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Outright Smith and Jake Buckner. And that'll go for a gain of 7. It's going to set up third down. Incomplete. So good.
This offense wants to find a way to put first and second down by living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Cowboys offensive CD leg set to take over once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet of weekly and successfully. You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this drive on the ground with speed. He'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Reek Woolen brings him down. Second down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. It's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They do indeed snap it. And a throw left side to be intercepted.
And this is going to be a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. He was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's just a result of the guy in his face letting that ball kind of sail in after a throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They bring him, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll try to push forward and wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Brian Grant is on the tackle. Second and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got it about the 8. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. On goes the Buckner at the PAT. And this one is blocked. There's McLaughlin now. The score. He'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on the drive with first and 10. On first and 10, it's Spears. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. In motion, Lamb. They'll look to throw. This pass right side. High line.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had this the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in the first down. Already 7 catches, and we get to hit time. A carry here for Spears. And that'll be good for about a dozen. It'll set up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. They'll throw out of the gun. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on down. The start on the ground. Nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They try again. It's second and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. He'll drop the throw. Open left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Handoff as they try to run it here. Still keeping the play moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game. Here's a screen set up for Watson. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for third and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. The defense allowed to set up there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Looking, Simpson took his way again, and it's a good pitch. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. Going forward, he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. McLaughlin now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will open up a 6-point lead. He didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Short kick, taken to 17. And a solid run back there to get this out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit, 6 points. The touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. He'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he might wait just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's got his target and pitch. He gets knocked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense, but let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You going there without fight.
That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
We spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Dicker, good with the extra point. Cowboys will go up by a point here in the 2nd quarter. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw on the move is hot. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. It's going to be incomplete. They took a shot from the final play. That is how this first half will come to an end.
Put your dick out and go pitch. Right now, pitch. Gotta say this when I do a switch.
You caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Jonathan Brooks,
All I have is
2
wait.
touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Falcons try to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
It's gonna do that bitch you I think I'm gonna want to spit it with a phone.
This one's been always been hoped for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these
Solid,
teams.
bro, bitch. You can have it.
Thank you, but not arrested the break for the defensive coordinator. And for the call, let's get it back out of Rico's offense. As we get ready for the 2nd half. He'll take it at the 12.
Well, too good. Too good.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Alex Spears. That's the way you want to run out the 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, faking the give. It's his on that one and bounce around, but it falls incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. On third down, they go with speed. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys. They'll stay on the ground with speed. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Oh no, got the troublesome foe. Oh no, that's the troublesome foe.
He got about 4 yards out of that one. Place comes quickly. Here comes first down.
Oh no, what happened insane? No.
And he's got it to Cowboys for the connection. 14 yards on that pass play there. That's good for a Dallas touchdown.
Come on.
Man coverage, and you got to give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed, good accurate ball on the front shoulder pass, allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and lead to a big game. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more covered. And linemen can go down the field. So the quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's close to another first down. Drop down just shy of the marker.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the
pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. There's the man again. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys out. Man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having the day.
Go. Better blow. 1-2 with the
Both teams ready to go once more as the kicks away.
What a baggy
This one
bag of
in
balls.
the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. He's run well here in the first half of the season, and you see that he's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. And he works his way through an opening. Past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Down to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. It'll be switching Jigger, bringing it in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. Option here, left side. A short game, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Here's a handoff to Walker. He's in! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown, Seattle! And even though it's just the third quarter, we're trying to draw even right here and go for two. They'll run Walker. And he'll go down at the 4-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these got-ahead plays. Every call sheet might has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The score, he'll kick this one away. They play it short, taking at the 15-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who will take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. He's coming up on the other side of the field, marking the 48-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. He doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's going to handle the ball next.
He'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we step aside. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Spears. And this time, they are ready for throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now this time, they'll look to throw. Short throw, taken by Pitts. He is in. Two touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point right where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
With the extra point. And the Cowboys will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. He must be returned. It'll come out into the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Grant Thomas Walker to start the drive. The struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they tried to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for these ball backs to go. You never want to lose yards on first down. That's the case here.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. 3rd down. Coming up. Trying to run with Walker. He's going something pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The Seahawks sending out their punts here. Now there's Getsy. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The home team's offense and Tajay Spears getting ready for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another kick for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 pitches in the game. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, this is Speed. They're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll run with Spears. Crazy. He's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. Here's Spears. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw here, he takes the back down for a loss.
Run in, right side.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is, if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, what they call couch, and hit this side. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
This one is complete. It's ridiculous. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up.
Maybe 3 out.
So,
I'm back, done.
Third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. He'll look to throw. He's got a receiver. Terrific day throwing the ball. The numbers now showing over 300 yards passing in this one. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Straight ahead. It's Spears. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try and get in here. Second and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete. The Cowboys are without the first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big time completion right there. This is just the spot where they're trying to put the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were probably trying to put but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late to see if they can put this one in reach.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. In motion, Lamb. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run with speed. Waiting, no signal. Did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's into the zone again. C.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. We go for 2. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, let him do the rest. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but inside back to bring it out. They'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work, but deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, I'll begin the drop. Defense came in soft zone that caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time. That's all the rush needed to get to the backfield and work back. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Field dropped the throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And a good job rallying to the football. Only get the game. He gets it and sets up. 3rd down. And they must continue to build he's taking down for a second. We're starting to see these situations like this defensive line is starting to get their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Throwing down from the gun. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. You find yourself down big, it's the 4th quarter, there's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task and they come through yet again with a huge stop. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Off the play break, he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. They finally the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. We'll see on the offense and Jackson get back to work. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here, incomplete. It's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the count here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40. A couple of first downs start this drive. The first goals in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards here. A loss on the play. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
Initially, Mike, a really good defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it to a runner. Little slow game. Pick up a pretty good game.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is punt back corner of the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks. That is touchdown of the afternoon. McLaughlin put it on the extra point. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time it doesn't go 10 yards.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run it to the right here. That's Spears. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling like all game long with the holes, the run lanes. They've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, Spears. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got it. He's to the ball. Comes free. Up and the other back in. Now, it's gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's a handoff. Spears. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. A run up the middle. Spears. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He's got 3. He will scoop it. Touchdown Cowboys. It's his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Buckley with the Bears.